Would you like to know what damages more marriages and ends more relationships than anything else? You may think it's being unfaithful or cheating on your spouse. Well, it's not. In my opinion, it's uncontrolled, hurtful anger. Yeah, that's right. I've talked to a lot of spouses, and it's the anger that their spouse has towards them that is damaging and destroying their relationship. And what if I told you that the Bible, more specifically the Book of Proverbs in the Bible, has the wisdom you need to deal with this anger and to overcome it and to have a healthy marriage and relationship? Well, in this recording, you're going to learn what happens when you explode with anger, what to do when you're angry, and how to respond to an angry person. Hi, I'm Kelly, a pastor, police chaplain, Christian marriage coach, and author of the book, Turn It Up, How to Have the Lifelong Marriage That You Really Want. Well, this recording is part 4 of a series called Marriage Tools from the Book of Proverbs. What does Proverbs in the Bible say about anger? Well, Proverbs 27:4, I think, sums it up best. It says that anger is cruel and fury overwhelming. You see, it's okay to be angry. In Ephesians chapter 4, it says, be angry, but do not sin. And really what it's talking about there is that being angry is okay. It's when it goes beyond just being angry into exploding with anger that then it becomes hurtful and sinful, and it damages your relationship. There's 3 phrases in the book of Proverbs that are used to describe an angry person. They are quick-tempered, hot-tempered, and easily angered. And to understand anger, I think it's helpful to look at all 3 of these. So what does it mean to be quick-tempered? Quick is the instant response. This is the person who reacts instead of responds. Quick is a word that speaks about the timing of the angry reaction. So what happens here is that when someone is quick-tempered, they're responding really rapidly and getting into a very angry state very quickly, okay? And when they do that, the result, as it says in Proverbs 14:17, a quick-tempered person does foolish things. They're going to do things that they will later regret. They're going to do foolish things. They're going to do things that are not going to help the situation, but are actually going to hurt the relationship with that person. The second word or phrase that's used is hot-tempered. Now, a hot-tempered person is one that gets enraged and then loses control. This word speaks to the intensity of the anger. They may not get there quickly, but when they do, look out. Their anger is intense and it is out of control and it is explosive. Proverbs 15:18 says, a hot-tempered person stirs up conflict, but one who is patient calms a quarrel. We'll talk about calm in just a moment. But a hot-tempered person is also going to experience the negative consequences of their anger. Then the third phrase that's used is easily angered. Doesn't take much to set this person off. They have a low tolerance for frustration. An easily angered person has trouble maintaining healthy relationships. That's because basically people avoid them if possible. Proverbs 22:24 says, do not make friends with a hot-tempered person. Do not associate with one easily angered. So in that verse, we actually see both terms, hot-tempered and easily angered. So it's helpful to be reminded of what it says about love in 1 Corinthians 13, which says love is not easily angered. So easily angered means they get frustrated, and then that leads to exploding. Before I tell you what to do about this, I have a free couples communication guide that I would love to send to you, and I'll put the link in the description so you can download it. Now, let's talk about what do you do when you're angry, okay? So I'm going to give you 3 or 4 steps, and I've got other recordings on this that I'm going to link to in the description. But here's what you need to do when you feel yourself getting angry. First step is to choose to calm down and not explode, okay? Proverbs 29:11 says, fools give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm in the end. So what's important is to calm down. And here's how to do that. The first step is to call a timeout and then walk away from the person who made you angry, all right? then what you want to do is breathe or have a drink of water. Okay, so calling a timeout, by the way, doesn't mean that you're just going to sweep the issue under the rug and ignore it. A lot of couples are afraid that's going to happen. But instead, you're just saying, I need to calm down first. So you walk away, and then here's what you do when you walk away. Either take some deep breaths or have a drink of water. You see, when you're angry, the blood flow shifts from the front part of your brain where you make good decisions and then look at things rationally, and it shifts to the back part of your brain where you react with either fight or flight. When you walk away and have a drink of water, what happens is that your brain resets and then the blood flow goes back to the front part. So now you're going to be able to go into problem solving and let's look at this rationally mode instead of fight or flight mode. Fight or flight means you're either going to attack or you're going to run away. The next thing you want to do once you calm down is have a calm, confrontational conversation. And as I've taught in other recordings that I'll link to, it's basically making an I statement and a request. I felt angry when you, and then you make a request. So would you please? Then you allow the person to apologize. And part of the apology should be a request for forgiveness. And then you can release that forgiveness and then move on and have a healthy conversation about how to resolve this, how to deal with this so that it doesn't come up in the future, all right? By the way, if anger is destroying your relationships, chances are there's something going on that's causing you to go into that fight or flight mode quickly, and you need to get professional help, either from a coach like myself that can help you walk through some of those things, or maybe with a therapist, but get some professional help. By the way, I hope that this recording is helpful. If it is, please hit the subscribe button now, because I want you to get all my marriage and relationship videos. How do you respond to an angry person? Well, basically, you have to make the choice to not stir up their anger, all right, and to be patient. Proverbs 15:18 is an incredibly important verse. It says this: a hot-tempered person stirs up conflict, but the one who is patient calms a quarrel, all right? So then you want to listen and give a soft answer. Proverbs 15:1 says a soft answer quiets wrath, okay? So you want to give a soft answer. What is a soft answer? Well, the way you do that is you listen and focus on understanding. What is wrong? What did I do? What is making you angry? Maybe they're angry and it doesn't have anything to do with you, but just focus on listening and understanding. And the way to let the other person know that you do understand is to repeat it back and then ask if you got it right. And I've got other recordings as well on my YouTube channel about how to listen to understand that go into greater detail. So check those out. But then what happens if you're the one who did upset this person and made them angry? You hurt their feelings. You did something wrong or inconsiderate. What you need to do is apologize and then ask forgiveness. So a good apology is where you take responsibility, where you express your remorse or regret over what you did, where you also then repent and make a choice or a commitment to not do that behavior again, and then ask for forgiveness. I want to encourage you, don't let anger destroy your relationship or certainly your marriage, but learn how to deal with it. Look at the cause of what's making you an angry person. If you're hot-tempered or quick-tempered or easily angered, get some help if you need that. And then respond appropriately to an angry person by responding with a soft answer and then focusing on listening and understanding. Well, thank you for watching or listening to this recording. May I suggest you check out my recording on how to manage your money together, also from the Book of Proverbs, and I'll put the link in the description. Well, may God bless you, and may God bless all your relationships, especially your marriage. Bye-bye.